good evening, everybody. Welcome to Planet Lizzdom, live here on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your host, Lizzdom, and I just hopped off of my very first TikTok live. Guys, it took me almost 6 months to get to 1,000 viewers. I can't even speak because I'm so overwhelmed. But I had the opportunity to spend about half an hour with some of my new friends and family online on TikTok at 7 o'clock tonight. So I'm so excited and happy to see you here and to hop on over to my weekly show here on YouTube, Planet Lizzdom. For those of you joining us for the first time, this show is really designed for entertainers, entrepreneurs, creators, and really folks just like yourself who have really adapted and gotten through this crazy past 2 years. And we're really here to celebrate that in you and everything entwined in it. Our guest tonight is returning. He's actually a Something Strange alum, and he will be joining us on stage for the Something Strange Summer Sideshow on July 3rd at Revival. So make sure you go to Eventbrite to get your tickets. But guys, I want you to give a very big and warm welcome to the amazing Daddy Red. Hi, Daddy. Welcome back. How are you?
Hi, everybody. And hi, Liz. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. I hope the music's not too loud. Please definitely let me know if you can't. Can you hear me?
I'm not even getting the music.
Okay, awesome. Did I see a cat behind you? Who is this?
This is Dune. Let's see how she feels about being picked up for the camera.
Wow, she's precious.
She's pretty happy about it.
Let me fix my lighting to match yours. Oh my gosh. She's beautiful. Guys, for those of you who don't know, Daddy Red is the proud new owner of a gorgeous Sphinx kitty. How old is she now?
She is. And she will be at the Something Strange.
Oh, wonderful. I'm so excited about that.
I highly recommend people come up, take pictures. They're only like, I don't know, let's get $5.
Sure.
Heck, for you, we'll do them for free. But you got to plug Planet Lizzdom for it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, the last time we saw you perform, you were on the Something Strange stage. And, you know, something that I really love about your performance is the way you change up sword swallowing. You know, it's not just your everyday, stunt. I guess that's what you would call it, because it takes a lot of practice and a lot of discipline to be able to do what you do.
It does, as I like to tell people when they ask how I got into it, much like a doctor, a lot of practice and training.
Oh my gosh. I can't even stress to you guys how important it is to train with a professional, someone who knows what they're doing. You can get seriously hurt.
100%. We have wonderful trainers. Most of them are in the States. That being said, I am planning on helping a few people get a little past where they are and hopefully get a few more Canadian sword swallowers.
Oh, wow. How does it feel to be, you know, in the teaching position as opposed to the learning position?
Well, as I explained to the person that I'm actually helping at the moment, I am not in any form a teacher. I am not in any form. What I do is stupid. I don't recommend it. But if you really want to learn, there's only one way to learn properly and safely.
Okay. Now, in the time that you've been learning, you know, and I always talk about this because I think it is so important. Safety is and should always be paramount, but accidents will happen because you're learning. What would you say was probably the most dangerous or fear-invoking accident that you experienced learning this?
Sword swallowing or sideshow in general?
You know what? A little bit from column A, a little bit from column B.
All right. For sword swallowing, I'd have to say my last performance at Something Strange would have had to been my scariest injury / maybe just bad timing.
What was the story of that? What exactly did happen? Like, I know, but some people still want to know what exactly went down.
As the doctors were polite enough to say after the whole "you're stupid," they explained it was either one of two things. I either had an ulcer that ruptured at the wrong time, or a possible scratch to the internal organ of my stomach which is very easy to do. Again, why you need to take very good care of your equipment, why you need to learn from people who know what they're doing.
Mhm.
I didn't. And accidents do happen. As for Sideshow, I believe it was last year as well, I almost chopped off my hand with a machete.
What?
Yeah, the pictures are somewhere circulating. I can't remember if I still have them on my phone or not. But I had chopped right down to the bone, severed some nerves,
Oof.
and being the wonderful intoxicated clown I usually am,
Yeah.
I decided to just bandage it up and deal with it.
Wow.
Not recommended. Go to a doctor if you're in Canada. They're free.
Yeah, 100% not recommended. And again, I'm such a like, how did you not get infected? How did you sew it up? Like, how did you
Coincidentally, I didn't sew it up, which made the healing a lot longer. Also made infection a very possibility, and I am very squeamish, coincidentally, when it comes to things like that. So I ended up having to take a 45-minute drive every couple of days to a friend and have her redress my injury. Again, don't do it my way.
Yeah, no. Oh my gosh. Well, Daddy Red, I'm very glad that you're okay. I remember after the Something Strange show in March, we were all terribly concerned about you because, we do want everyone to leave as they arrive in one piece.
Oh, and again, I'm not even 100% sure it was the show.
Yeah.
That being said, everybody involved was very nice, kind, very helpful, very accommodating. I remember crawling on the floor quite a bit in the green room, and everybody was willing to just let me have my space.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were all very, we didn't know exactly what the situation was, but we knew that you were in a lot of discomfort / pain.
And for somebody who does what I do to be in that much discomfort, it
Yeah.
should have been a warning sign for myself. But again, actually, coincidentally, I was sober that time. But that's still not very bright.
Well, I think you do have to be a bit of a daredevil to, engage in a lot of these performances. You have to really just
Oh,
commit
yes.
to it.
And as you were mentioning with my enjoyment of changing up the routine of sword swallowing, a lot of the stuff I do does pose bigger risks than just standing on stage and swallowing a sword.
Yep.
That being said, I do not, even if you're a sword swallower, I do not recommend doing what I do. There's going to be one of those Steve-O type videos out eventually of me. I was too drunk to know better back in the day.
Well, when you're young, you're fearless, right?
Yeah.
And alcohol fueled or drug fueled or whatever, any fuel we had when we were younger. Because I did my share of stupid things that are probably on video somewhere.
In the long run of it, I like to point out that what I do is dumb. At the end of the day, I do train. I do know what I'm doing. It being dumb and it being stupid, I think, are two slightly different things.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. I've got tons of stupid stories of when when I was younger. Oh, tons.
Oh, yeah, me too.
But no, what I do is a highly unencouraged. Again, please don't do it at home. Mostly because if you do, then people will see you and they won't hire me. And
That's also a very good point because people kind of take what they see for face value, and when folks who are not trained properly, engage in these sort of things, people are imprinted and they think, well, okay, well that's what it is then.
especially, and people have pointed this out to me before, and I didn't really acknowledge it again because I was drinking too much at the time. But the fact that I do it inebriated, the fact that I do it with no real concern. Sorry, the cat's screwing stuff.
No worries.
The way I do it with no concern and no real thought behind the damage that it can do to myself, other people look at that and they think, oh, well, it's simple. It's easy. It's just to get the sword down took me almost 2 years.
Really?
It's, again, I was self-taught, so a little bit of a learning curve, but, and I gave up here and there.
Yeah.
Stop chewing on the...
Hey guys, if you have any questions for Daddy Red while we're talking, please jump on the comment section because I will put them up on the screen. Don't be shy because, you know, this is the perfect time for you to learn about, you know, the process of getting from A to sword swallowing. You know, what did you find was the greatest barrier when learning how to swallow a sword?
Gag reflex, like everybody else.
Yeah.
When I first started, I was in a cohabited relationship, and she would get quite upset by the fact that I would just be there in the living room with a bucket practicing.
Well, at least you had a bucket.
Oh yeah. Not every time, but you know, you need it there in case.
Yeah. That's called planning ahead.
But again, I highly recommend, like, Harley Newman down in the States is a wonderful teacher. He takes on some great students. He's much like anything else. I don't see him answering your first request for people in their internet land. Yeah. But if you're serious about it and you want to get into it, I highly recommend Harley Newman. Red Stewart down in Florida, I believe he is. Okay. Another wonderful teacher. Again, at the moment, the best teachers are in the States.
Very interesting. Well, I mean, hey, you know what? Location is what location is. Harley Newman, I have had the pleasure of meeting. I was helping run Something Strange when he was up here just before the pandemic hit, actually. And I had the honor of watching him perform on stage. Wow. Like he's
fantastic. I love watching him. I love talking to him. He's a great human being and a great performer.
Yes, very, very giving person. Very patient, in fact.
Yes. You know, he puts up with me, so he's got to be patient.
Oh, Red, you're not that bad at all. Now, I have to say, what I love about the way you perform is your energy, and I am very happy to say that I was able to successfully upload the video that you sent me from when you opened for Blood Opera recently. And guys, if you don't know Blood Opera, go check them out. They're a horror punk band. They're amazing. And I was so sad to miss this show because I really did want to see you perform with them. But I was
Teresa was there as well, another alumni.
Oh, wicked.
The Swamp Hag. She's a blast to hang out with, and her show. I got video of that. If you don't have it yet, I'll send it to you later.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, no, she did a great act as well. As talented as I am, and as much as I love to talk about myself, I don't think I was the highlight. I think the band and her were a wonderful show.
Oh, the band are fantastic. I have been a huge Blood Opera fan for quite some time, and whenever I get a chance to see them perform, you know I'm there. Absolutely.
They are fantastic. In fact, there's rumors I may be helping them out again. Hamilton, I believe, in the near future.
Very cool. I love Hamilton. I love that town. They're great.
Well, I'm up there, not this weekend, but next weekend. I'm in Hamilton for the, I don't know the name of the oddity museum, but or shop, but on the one on Ontario Street in Hamilton.
Cabinet of Curiosities.
Thank you very much. They have their 1-year anniversary next weekend. There's a few of us, and most of us are alumni of Something Strange. Will be there performing.
That is amazing. I'm not sure if I can make it out because schedules are crazy, but guys, if you're in the Hamilton area, go check it out. The Cabinet of Curiosities #1 is a fantastic store. They actually will be vending with us for the Something Strange Oddities Market before the show on the 3rd of July. So come check it out. But go check it out and support them because they sell wonderful, wonderful curiosities. Every time I'm in there, I find something new to fall in love with. And if they have you performing and other Something Strange alum, you know it's gonna be a great day.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic. And I hear just down the street, a couple of shops down, is the Something Hooligan.
Oh, yes.
That's her name.
Shoot.
Anyway, a wonderful restaurant. I wish I could plug it, but I can't remember the name.
You know what? As soon as you remember, Daddy Red, send it to me. I will put it on a post tomorrow for everybody to see.
Wonderful. Thank you.
If you're able to, I would love to actually play the 4-minute video of you opening For Blood Opera, if that's okay with you.
I love seeing videos of me. I'm narcissistic.
I would like everyone to see what you do. So, guys, this is Daddy Red opening For Blood Opera. Now, before I play this, I am just going to preface this. This is sword swallowing. So, if you are squeamish, there
keep
could
watching.
be blood. Yeah, keep watching. But you have been warned. I don't want to hear about anybody passing out because they weren't ready. So, be warned. Here is Daddy Red swallowing a sword.
The sword swallowing clown. This here is Mr. Smokes.
Hi, Mr. Smokes.
He's my big, black cock-a-doodle-doo.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Something.
Now, is everybody excited? I want to try something I don't do in a lot of shows because it's stupid. I know I picked something. I can't see you now. I hate to break you, but I know I asked somebody who looked to be my volunteer if you could come up here really quickly because I don't have a lot of time. I'm not making any guarantees. Okay, these are handcuffs. Do we believe each other? You look like a kinky, you probably know what handcuffs look like. Don't mess with them too much, I don't actually have the key for those ones. That's the fun part. And this is another sword. Oh God, this is wrong.
My God.
Right? Yes. Check, make sure there's no. So now I have handcuffs on. That's the trick. Thank you very much. Alright, I want you to hold that sword towards me. Pretty much just, you've done this before, huh? Alright. What we're going to do is I'm going to try follow the sword. we all excited for Blood Opera? Alright, everybody scream as loud as you can, and I'm pretty sure they'll be able to rise up and be up here in any second.
First of all, that is such a great logo. I always mean to tell you that, and I never get a chance to. That is so cool. Where did you get that from?
The one on the end?
Yeah.
Phoenix Fire had that made for me.
Phoenix, you did a great job. It is just so your brand. It's edgy, but then it has a D and an R in it, but it's a sword. I love it. I absolutely love it. And you know what I really loved watching that? I loved watching you watch yourself perform, you know, because I can see you A, analyzing what you're doing, but B, enjoying the moment.
Oh, I love watching me, and yes, there is the whole like, oh, don't do that next time. But in general, I love watching me. First off, since it's ended, I do want to point out that is not actually my video. I stole that video. I believe it's from Save Montreal venue, or no, Save Toronto venue music scene or something like that. It was their event. I saw the video posted and I just kind of stole it. So credit to them. Secondly, that trick, I'll get into the different variation, but that is the same trick that I believe if I got hurt at the Something Strange Festival, that was the stunt that did it.
Okay. Is it because you're bent over?
No, it more has to do with the picking the handcuffs.
Oh.
There's a little bit of wriggling around, which is why I attribute the possibility that that was what was the issue.
You make a great point. You know, I didn't even think about that. I'm thinking, wow, that's so cool that he got out of handcuffs, but not thinking that there is a sword down your gullet at the same time.
Yeah, and that's the fun because I believe it was the first Something Strange I was at. I had a wonderful act, which coincidentally wasn't 100% an act. I got up on stage and I was all excited. All these like real performers are out there, and Pipsy had just performed not too long before, and it was the first sword swallower I'd ever seen.
Wow.
And I was performing after. So I got up on stage and I just couldn't swallow the sword.
Oh,
so
wow.
I said, you know what? I'm just going to wing something, give it a try and see how it works. I had somebody come up, they held the sword, and I said, do or die, and I pushed that sword in.
Wow.
A couple of weeks or a little while later, I had noticed another sword swallower doing the similar act. So I'm willing to say Eric Auditorium was doing it first.
Okay.
But I do it with handcuffs.
That is just phenomenal. I mean, what led you to doing that, to incorporating that?
It actually all comes from Phoenix. I look at some of the stuff he does with his Innovator of Insanity, which he deserves full credit for. I'm making a mimicking motion when he deserves it. Yeah. But a lot of it is mixing multiple sideshow acts into one act and making it the best thing anybody's ever seen. At this point, with the way I do my sword swallowing, if I just got up on stage and swallowed a sword, I think people would boo me.
Because they would find it boring?
Exactly. And coincidentally, I am the only sword swallower a lot of people will ever meet. But I've done it so many times, especially in the GTA area, which is something I wanted to talk about in a minute as well. I'm sorry, I'm actually hogging your show. You talk about what you want to talk.
No, that's fine. Well, this show truly is about you, but this is the perfect segue to pay some bills. So I'm going to play 3 commercials, and then we're going to talk about the thing that you want to talk about. So we'll be right back.
Join me, Rochelle Squidworks of Squidworks Media, every Thursday on Twitch, starting at 4:30 p.m. till 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for live art, eclectic music, fun facts, visits from my many pets, shenanigans, and more. Also every last Friday of the month for Paintin' and Drinkin' with Rochelle Squidworks, where you tip me, I drink tequila, get drunk, and paint Nick Caged cats, while my good buddy DJ Mark Grimace spins a killer DJ set. For more multimedia art, check out squidworks.com and follow on social media at Squidworks Media. You can also follow me on YouTube for past recordings and playlists. Don't forget to subscribe and like. See you in the channel.
Hey, spooky friends!
I'm Dr. Mysterion.
Hey, spooky friends!
I'm Dr. Mysterion.
I'm Catherine the Great.
Come join us on our new podcast, Hey, Spooky Friends!
Available on Spotify and Anchor.
All things paranormal, spooky,
weird,
and somewhat bothersome.
That's you.
I think that's me. So we'll see you and you'll hear us.
Yeah, both.
On our new podcast. See you then.
Hey everyone! Planet Lizzdom now has a Patreon. Your help will allow Liz to make the show even bigger, cover costs, and help bring on celebrity guests. Go to patreon.com/Planet Lizzdom and pledge now.
I love how my finger just skips over the stream deck and bam, I'm hitting all the buttons. Fired!
I think it's wonderful that you have a commercial for your show on your show.
Thank you. Well, you know what? Patreon is not going to grow on its own. If you're going to ask for money, you might as well make it fancy.
So why not? I just think people have been doing this. Remember the Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Same concept.
Absolutely. And you know what? I think there is nothing wrong with it. I believe in what I'm doing, and it actually helps me with the bills.
Well, and you know what? Self-promotion is never shameless. I don't care what TV tells you.
Exactly, because you know what? If you don't toot your horn, who is going to? It's true.
There's nice guys at the park that help me.
Well, that's nice. I have lots of, you know what? I am very blessed to say I have a lot of really nice people in my life who help as well. But I think,
There we go.
You got to be able to get up on that soapbox and ask for what you want, or else you're never going to get it.
Oh, 100%. Hey, I get paid to do shows and still hit people up for tips.
Absolutely. You know what? I am a very, very big fan of tipping. Recently, I was at the freak show in Coney Island, and my bank card wasn't working that day. I couldn't get any money, and I felt so embarrassed because Honey Harlow came around asking for tips, and I was like, I don't have any money. Baby, do you have any money? And I felt like such an idiot because I had to ask for money, and I don't like doing that. Because I'm here, I am in the States, I don't have any cash on me at all. I know, and I was just like, I felt so embarrassed. And honey, if you're watching, I will tip the next time I see you. I will make sure I bring money in my bra specifically for you.
Well, that's a guarantee.
Maybe two, since I have 2 cups. There we go.
Hey, there you go.
Now,
at least $2, one in each.
That's
Make it
true.
fun.
You know what? It is America. I will have $2 bills. That is very true.
Now, did you get to spend any time with Jeff while you were down there?
I did. Jeff with a G. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh my gosh. You know what? And it's funny because we've known each other online for just about 2 years. And it was like no time had passed. It's like we had always hung out together. You know,
I do find that with this whole podcast, like I've been on his show a few times, and I 100% feel that if we sat at a pub together, it would be exactly the same as we've been hanging out all the whole time. So,
100%. He's a solid dude, and I felt kind of sad that I couldn't spend more time. That just means that I have to
get to see one of his shows. I know he does a lot of shows down there.
He does. Well, he actually did a little rat trap demonstration for me for my TikTok, which I thought was kind of cool. You know,
that is awesome.
And then I bought him a beer to cool down his tongue.
Which, you know what, more people need to do. My tongue is often burning after a nice rat trap, and I use the bigger one because clowns have size issues.
Oh yes, of course. Now, you raise a very good point, actually, because I think very often when we're watching, you make what you're doing, A, look effortless, which it's not, and B, I tend to forget that what you're doing is actually quite painful.
Less. That's actually a very interesting question, because I get that one. That's about my third most often question, is how much pain is involved.
Yeah.
And 100% the first time you staple your face, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
By the 100th or 200th time, you're no longer hitting your teeth. You're no longer getting into your jaw. It makes things a little easier and a little, where you're a little more sensitive. Phoenix hit me last summer in the nipple with one, and it was the middle of the show, so I couldn't say anything, but I bitched about it for about 4 hours after.
Oh my gosh! Woo, yeah. How do you keep a straight face when that happens?
Luckily, I'm a clown, so when I make an odd face, it's not exactly pain, people assume.
The Pantomime of Pain. That is a great band album cover. Oh my god. The Pantomime of Pain.
There you go. Sell it. It's yours.
Copyright. There we go. I own it. I'm writing that down. I'm very amused by that. Pantomime of Pain. Now, you were about to tell me about what's going on in Toronto.
Well, that's the fun thing, is this summer I'm lucky, actually, in July. I'm starting the month off with the Something Strange Festival, and then I don't have which dates are which because it's all on my phone, to be honest with you. But the weekend, throughout the 4 weekends, I'm in Quebec, which for the Shazam Festival. I'll be in Ontario for the Bannock. I'm going to screw this name up. It's a native name. I apologize to all natives. The Bannock Shack festival they do every summer.
Oh, cool.
And I'm getting to go to 3 new provinces, which I've never performed in. I'll be in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and PEI.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm going on the road with House of Haunt, which is another wonderful band that I want to plug. Check them out, the House of Haunt. They were on the Independent Music Video Awards with me. And Roxy Cage, she was a wonderful addition as well. But they put on it, much like Blood Opera, they put on a full theatrical show. It's a wonderful experience. It's a little more rockabilly, which is always fun with the horror theme.
Mm-hmm. That's very, very cool. That is a really exciting month for you. Wow.
Yeah, very exciting.
Oh my gosh, you're going to live out of a suitcase.
Luckily, most of it fits over the weekends. So I get to live in a suitcase and then back to work. And then in a suitcase and then back to work. So I get the nice, the balance.
Yeah.
Happiness and work.
Exactly. Well, we all have to work to pay the bills, myself included, But
time for that commercial again.
Right? Oh, I know. But you know what? At the same time, this is my approach to working a day job when you do perform. It conditions you to work when you're exhausted. Because you're gonna have that period of time where you're working through the week, and then you're going to perform on your days off, and then going back to work again, and then performing again, and that takes a lot of physical discipline and stamina.
Yeah, and I'm guessing I'm probably going to miss a couple of days. None of the performances, because those are important. Mm-hmm. But work might miss a day or two here and there,
and that's normal. I think sometimes you do need to take a rest, not only for your physical health, but for your mental health, but we're so happy to have you on July 3rd. Guys, go to Eventbrite and get your tickets. They are selling fast. Something Strange Summer Festival.
And don't forget, while you buy the oddity ticket, buy the show ticket as well, and you get a free introduction to me.
Exactly. You know what? That's a win-win right there. So from 12 to 6:30, there's a ticket for the oddities market, and then from 7:30 till 10 o'clock, we have the Something Strange Summer Sideshow Festival.
Are we only doing the one act?
I'm not sure how it's being broken down yet. That is Mysterion's domain, but he can definitely let you know how that's going to look.
Yeah, he just mentioned something slightly different when we talked last, so I don't want to say anything that's out of turn.
I do not know what you guys discussed. What I do know is that I'm running the oddities market. That is my domain. So if anybody watching right now is interested in vending, we have a few spots that are open. Just send me a direct message either at Planet Lizzdom on Facebook or planetlizdom@gmail.com.
It's indoor. It's at the Revival Bar. There's multiple levels. It's a wonderful venue for sales. Tons of people, and I'll be there for that too.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. And it's the perfect place to expand your collection or start your collection. I know a lot of folks that have always wanted to own some oddities, and we have the Skull Store, we have the Cabinet of Curiosities, we have Ragdoll Vintage, we have Squidworks, who I showed a commercial from. You want a skull, you want fan art, you want, vintage clothing.
Mikey's going to be there, right?
Yeah, Mikey $5 selling his catnip from his catnip dispenser.
Oh, you know what I'm there for.
Yes, I know. Sorry, I'm getting high and squealy because I'm excited. And I'm so excited that you're going to be a part of the show because you're amazing. You really are.
Well, I appreciate that. I think I am too.
Now, I'm curious about your look because the first time I met you was at Something Strange at the Mod Club Theater. I think it was 2019. And you had the green hair. In fact, I have a lot of photos of that. And I've watched an evolution in your look.
I used to wear the wig. That had a lot to do with the convenience of I had dreads at the time.
Okay.
And there was also the whole cultural appropriation with white people in dreads in entertainment. So it kind of just saved me a little bit of a headache.
Right.
That being said, I put a lot more effort into my costume, I think, when I was drinking more. Now it's makeup, put on my clown suit, and it's more about control of the show rather than just drunkenly stumbling around.
Well, I do like the look that you have here on the television. I'm just bringing that back up. What was this from?
That is from the Independent Music Video Awards.
It was. Okay, that's what I thought.
That's with the House of Haunt. That jacket is from a vintage, I want to say, store in London. In fact, Phoenix and his partner at the time picked it up for me, and we got to show them a little bit what I do at the shop. And now it's my most favorite jacket. I feel like I robbed Liberace in the back alley, and I can rock it pretty good.
Now, I saw this quote today, and I had to screenshot it because I think it's just so quintessentially you. You said, I don't need exposure, even though I don't have a set following. Bringing a sword swallower, especially one that does what I do, will help your exposure. Thank you for coming to my Red Talk.
I like that. Screw Ted. I don't even know Ted.
I love it. Your Red Talk.
But it's true. I get a lot of people will hit me up, and I do a lot. Don't get me wrong. I'm not after the pay. I don't budget off my shows. Mm-hmm. But I hate being asked, do I want exposure? Yeah. Because number one, I had the opportunity to try out for Canada's Got Talent. In fact, they had contacted me to fill out the application and everything. It's not the direction I want to go in.
Okay.
I have the admiration from my peers, people who do specifically what I do, and people who are just in the sideshow community in general. Mm-hmm. So to me, the people I think are celebrities think of me on the same level as them, and all of us aren't celebrities to most people. So I'm famous in my own mind, and I'm good with it. And if people want to actually better their show, great, contact me. I love helping out. I love doing stuff. I work with people's budgets.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I'm not doing birthday parties for $20 no more.
Yep. Well, don't you find it remarkable how people sometimes devalue performance with zero
If you
consideration?
don't have 1 million followers, then you're not a real performer. So, they don't have to pay you. No, you know what? I don't go chasing followers. I don't sit on my Instagram all day making new friends, following new people. I can't be bothered. I'm an old man. The Swamp Hag and I were talking about that too. There's a lot of us older generation in the Canadian sideshow community.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not where we want, or at least where I want to be.
Yeah.
Phoenix did go out for the Canada's Got Talent. It didn't go as planned, but he got his exposure. He was on TV. What more do you want from going on that show?
Yeah, absolutely. It is the greatest advertising for you and your brand.
Yeah.
It is free and everybody sees it.
That's the direction you want to go. Like I no longer do corporate shows. I used to do them because you get excited for the money. You go, oh, that much money for like 1 hour? Sure, I'm there.
Yeah.
But my brand of comedy, my dollar store props and costumes don't really go over, and they're awkward. I'm awkward. It's just easier if I don't do them.
Right. No, and you know what? If that is what works for you, then you definitely need to go in that direction. I think very often I forget that not everybody wants to go in the direction that I'm going.
And that's just it. And I wish more performers had the opportunity to not have to look at it like being the next Lady Gaga, Madonna, Todd Ray, whatever famous person they see on TV that they're Kardashian. There we go. There's a fun one. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
That's one version of fame. And for a while I chased it myself. But having the admiration of your peers in the field you work in is so much more fulfilling.
Yes. Well, how sublime is it to get off stage and to have your peers cheering for you and actually caring that you gave a great show?
One of my favorite things about doing the Something Strange Festival, in fact, is the fact that it's a group of us who get to essentially go to our high school talent show, not get beat up in the back room, and have a good time and encourage art that is not mainstream.
It's so true. I love watching all of you cheer for each other. When I host this with Mysterion, I prepare what I'm going to say about each of you, and sometimes I'll get so distracted because I'm watching you guys love each other. So, at the side of the stage, from the stage, watching the stage. It's just this fluid love.
And I have to say, I keep mentioning them, but Phoenix is literally Canada's biggest sideshow cheerleader.
Oh yeah.
He will jump up and do anything. He will hold the camera for you. He doesn't care. He will do everything and anything.
Absolutely. I met him, I think 2019, and you're right, from the get-go, he couldn't do enough to help. He kept asking, what else can I do? And I thought, I like you.
Yeah, no, he's, besides the innovator of insanity, I got to say he's Canada's sideshow cheerleader.
But you, sir,
and
are
hopefully
also
he gets
very much a great cheerleader. But
don't get, whoa! I'm not saying anybody is less or better. I'm just saying he's awesome. Mysterion gives us the opportunity to showcase what we do. He gives us a platform. Obviously, he's a big supporter of us.
Absolutely, but I want to share and celebrate how much you love to help, because every time we do a Something Strange show, your first question is, how can I help you guys? What can I do to help make this show successful?
Well, again, tooting his horn, but Phoenix is my mentor. If he jumps, and I'm going to go to the same shows and jump. It's just what I do.
Well, and that is the kind of influence that we need in this world, But it's true. Like it is so wonderful to be surrounded by like-minded folks who want to collectively succeed. We do all rise together.
Well, and that's the other thing is this isn't like rock and roll. This isn't like painting.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has a gauge of what we're doing.
Yeah.
There is no regular sighting of a sword swallowing clown, other than the fact that you guys don't book me enough, people in the internet world. But every weekend there's not a sword swallowing clown or a guy escaping a water chest or a guy reading people's minds.
That's true. You should be opening up
hospitals. Like a freaking flea circus.
Well, with things opening back up again, maybe things will start to open up a little more everywhere.
Well, and don't get me wrong, I'm spotted in the wild quite often in Toronto. Anytime I go out, I have social anxiety, so Red never goes out. Right. Daddy Red has a great time. So you'll very rarely see me out at venues or anywhere without the makeup and the costume and at least one sword.
Okay, that is really good to know. I'm very similar lately. I haven't been going out a lot, even though things have opened up. I've kind of really kept my distance just because I am not technically ready yet. I tried back in November, and it wasn't for me. I was able to do the Something Strange events because I'm working. I have a focus. I have a reason. I have a bubble.
That's just it. But also, you're a young kitten, but I even going to the bars I'm performing at, I sit back sometimes and I look around, and I'm aging, and I don't really see the enjoyment quite so much of the whole bar scene. That being said, there are some wonderful bars. I was at Love Child last year. Mm-hmm. Great bar, wonderful venue. If you ever want to go dancing, watch girls. I forget what it's a fancy word for aerobics in the air. Aerial. That's the word I was looking for. Wonderful performers, beautiful venue. Just again, it's a little bit of a younger crowd for my taste.
Yeah.
It's hard to find the MILFs at those places.
Yes, because all the MILFs are sitting on their balconies drinking their beers because they'd rather have
I know. But they don't like me yelling up at them either.
This isn't New Orleans,
Throw your beads!
Exactly. I have a funny story for you, actually. This is completely off topic, but on topic. My first time in New Orleans was the week before Mardi Gras, back in 1999, I think, or 2000. And I remember guys would just walk up to me, and they were so drunk they couldn't even say, "Show us your tits." They would just jangle their beads and look at me. I got to the point where I was wearing beads and I went, after you. And I kept getting guys to flash me their pants.
Yeah, we don't need beads anytime. We send them unsolicited.
Right.
Jesus.
Well, on the street, I was a hit because everybody thought, "Oh my God, who is this woman? She's asking for the flashing." It was great.
Hey, turn it around. Woman power.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I'm down.
I ran out of beads. I had to go earn some more.
Well, it is the place. I haven't had the joy yet. I have a few friends down there that I really like to get down to see. But due to my anger at the government and troubles with ID, I'm not getting a passport anytime soon.
And that is okay because New Orleans will still be there. Absolutely. They have survived
You can
the
say
worst
that,
of
but
wars in years.
it's like saying I want to go to California one day. That's not going to be there either.
True. I know. New Orleans is my second home. I love it there, and I hope
Oh,
it is
I
someday
would
the
love
next
to
time I
make
get
it
to go.
down. Gigi's down there doing her music thing, which is awesome. Again, I'm blanking on the name of her band, but Gigi Deluxe, the fantastic sword swallowing archer.
Amazing. Yeah, no, I love that town. I really do, and I miss it terribly. And I hope that everybody who is there is, doing well. Yeah.
I haven't heard anything bad happen down there lately.
Yes, lately it's been pretty good actually. I'm pretty happy to say. Absolutely. And I look forward to getting to go back there again. I have learned, do not go in the summertime. It is too hot. I went for the 4th of July one year and I got a
There's
really
never
good
too
what it's
hot.
like to be in the South. Oh no, it was so hot. It took me 3 hours to go from one bar to the next. It was too
I'm
hot.
the kind of guy who will stop and cook an egg on the pavement, eat the egg, and then keep going to the bar.
Well, then you'll love it. You'll have a great time because it is hot.
Sure.
Now, which sword is this that you have?
This is Mr. Smokes.
Mr. Smoke. I love it. Wow. That's phenomenal. Now, I'm curious, what is the longest that you've had a sword in your throat for?
I honestly don't know. I think last time I looked at videos, I think it was 15 seconds. But that was back when I started. So probably a little longer, but it's not something that comes up often, and it usually lately only coming up with the escape.
Okay.
Because surprisingly, it's a little less easy than you would think. Picking handcuffs behind your back.
Oh my god, I don't even know how you do that. That is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. That itself is an art,
Well, it is escapism. Wait, no, that's the mental thing. I do both.
Oh, I am the queen of disassociation. Like, I can just stare at a dot on a wall for hours, and I'm good.
Sure, why not?
So
sounds
what
healthy.
Thing? Oh my gosh, right? Look at the time. It always goes so fast. Like, I just started talking with you 30 seconds ago. What happens?
It does feel like I just started talking 30 seconds ago, but it appears I started talking about almost an hour ago, and you got about 5 minutes in. So,
well, and you know what? That is the sign of a great interview, because if it was only me talking and you only getting 5 minutes in, that would be a terrible interview. It'd be boring.
Well, in that case, all that studying, watching Hot Ones paid off.
I think so. And you know what? I want to plug one more time, guys. Go to Cabinet of Curiosities this weekend or next weekend?
Next weekend, June, the first weekend of June.
First weekend of June, go see Daddy Red performing at the Cabinet of Curiosities for their 1-year anniversary. And while you're at it, go to Eventbrite and get your tickets for the Something Strange Summer Festival and the Something Strange Oddities Market happening the day before that, because it's going to be a really exciting and fun day. Absolutely. Fun! Daddy Red, thank you so much for being on my show again. You are a fucking delight. I absolutely love you, and I can't wait to see you in person and give you a big ol' hug.
Well, I look forward to it. I will see you in a couple of weeks.
I am so excited. Keep me posted. I can't wait to creep you online.
For sure.
Be well. I'll see you soon.
You too. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, sorry. I cut him off. I'm so sorry. I need to fire my team. They're just cutting people off right, left, and center. Guys, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. I know there's so much going on in this world, and for you to find the time to be with us on a Thursday night is a really big deal. And I'm so honored that you would join us. Again, I want to thank all my new TikTok followers and friends who joined me today on Planet Lizzdom. It is a destination and a highlight of my week to bring new guests to you. And I hope that you have enjoyed Daddy Red as much as I always do. And, be my patron. I always talk about it, but really, your patronage of my show really does help me pay the bills. If you go to patreon.com/Planet Lizzdom, I have all sorts of tiers that will help me pay for my internet and media broadcast costs. And I would really, really, really love your support and patronage. In the meantime, guys, mark it on your calendars. Next week, we have a really interesting synth pop up-and-coming star who's going to be with us, Theo Vandenhoff. His music is only available on tape cassette, which is so old school, and I'm so excited to introduce you to him and his genius. He is phenomenal, so make sure you tune in. And remember, TikTok is not too far away. You can see my hilarity and my ridiculousness every day at the same name, Planet Lizzdom. So go check it out because I have about 100 new things lined up for this week alone. So remember, guys, tune in, turn on, and take part because you truly, truly never know who's going to land right here on Planet Lizzdom. So be well, everybody. I'll see you next Thursday. Bye.